Does the metaverse need to use blockchain technology? Large companies have established private blockchain solutions for organizations that prefer to keep the privacy of detailed details. Such blockchain technology solutions are provided by the world's biggest tech firms such as IBM and Intel to businesses attempting to resolve supply chain challenges. The study is still underway. How can blockchain technology, the metaverse, and the idea of decentralization all coexist? Let's examine the answers to these questions. Cryptocurrency, the economy of the metaverse. The first electronic currency became established in 1989 and it was called DigiCash. This was intended to facilitate private and irreversible transactions. A foundation was established for the creation of blockchain-based cryptocurrencies by DigiCash as well as other digital currency systems such as e-gold. The very first edition of the Bitcoin software is made available to the public in January 2009, and currently, right now, there are over 18,000 cryptocurrencies and tokens. Because of its use in handling transactions that seem to be speedier, better, and more profitable, Bitcoin is now the most frequently used cryptocurrency. While executing transactions, blockchain-based cryptocurrencies don't involve escrow accounts or mediators like normal banks and other financial organizations. They promote global payment options that are more secure and efficient. The economy of the metaverse will be a cryptocurrency. This is the metaverse's greatest obvious implementation of blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is employed by interactive virtual companies like Decentraland and Axie Infinity to power their real-world economy. Those systems develop token-based and cryptocurrency-based platforms that depend on the blockchain to improve organizational transactions. It makes perfect sense to be using bitcoins if work and buying are both possible in the metaverse, so because blockchain will allow for simple transactions. The introduction of play-to-earn titles with token-based systems appears to be the playing society's hidden metaverse treasure. This would offer players the opportunity to secure a career doing just what they like, literally. On blockchain-enabled platforms, players may sell or buy in-game things that have acquired via gameplay for actual cash. Yet, due to the absence of scale and price fluctuations, which indicate a lack of fundamental value, some people seem to believe the Bitcoin economy to be a froth. Does any of this indicate that cryptocurrency use may never become widely spread? Although we are not able to predict, here's what we can understand. Popular video game systems and programmers might produce content for gamers in the metaverse as more control devices to virtual reality. Blockchain and smart contract apps. In other terms, contracts are software programs integrated into the blockchain that constantly implements certain contracts. In 2015, Ethereum provided a framework that makes it possible to develop smart contract apps on the Ethereum network. Smart contracts, like the blockchain, deal with the requirement for third-party companies to get involved before contract enforcement or commitments between various parties. It indicates that an agreement would remain to be resistant to outside interference and conduct out automatically once it has been programmed and uploaded on the blockchain. Major financial firms are beginning to use cryptocurrencies and smart contracts, according to major banks including Goldman Sachs. Smart contracts are likely to be built to support and automate financial services like saving, staking, lending, or borrowing of cryptocurrencies in the metaverse. If smart contracts are adopted, this will contribute to increasing consumer confidence in financial organizations' capacity to keep their word. What about if agreements were established employing modern devices, and cryptocurrency payouts were made to the specified wallet locations after the landlord's passing? Are indeed systems for online lottery and gambling created using smart contracts and established procedures? There seem to be thousands of ways that the blockchain and smart contracts can improve virtual reality, and we have just started to only scratch the surface. We expect that smart contracts will be utilized more often in the metaverse to improve implementation transparency and efficiency when deals are struck with various parties. Metaverse and NFTs. There would be a large variety of electronic available resources in the metaverse, such as avatars, game items, digital real estate, and more. The blockchain is utilized to store digital content as NFTs, non-fungible tokens, which makes it simple to identify who is the legal owner of each special asset. Like cryptocurrencies, which can be exchanged or changed, they are non-fungible and non-interchangeable after they have been stored on the blockchain. In the past few years, the customer bases of NFT mint farms and internet platforms like OpenSea and Rabel have grown considerably. Even though the Ethereum blockchain is where the majority of NFTs are produced, some platforms have adopted Polygon and other scaling methods to cheaper fuel or creation costs. Many virtual platforms have structured their economies around NFTs for digital products and cryptocurrencies for incentives inside their virtual worlds. Virtual assets are exchanged as NFTs on platforms built on the blockchain in the decentralized ecosystem. Users are allowed to make exchangeable digital creatures as NFTs on Axis Infinity. In the following decades, NFTs would be utilized for uses outside of the Metaverse digital products. The purchase and property transfer could be more efficient if real estate papers proving the title of a property in the real world were NFTs and combined with smart contracts. The Metaverse is us. Users inside the Metaverse ecosystem would have legislative authority and power due to the blockchain's decentralization concept. Compared to privately held networks and programs, there would be no group of programmers or a governing board to prescribe rules to consumers. The operations of the Metaverse are no longer under the power of a central authority or ruling body due to blockchain-based decentralization mechanisms. Users would be able to make decisions to support various policies and regulations, allocating community funds when necessary to sponsor various projects within the Metaverse. The blockchain-based decentralization methods have been adopted by a variety of interactive virtual sites, with DAO being among the most well-liked. A decentralized autonomous association, or DAO, is a blockchain-based management system that permits users to vote for modifications to be made to the environment of virtual worlds. The utilization of DAOs could have some disadvantages, such as a voting imbalance of power and inactive members. Because of security issues and hacking threats, the first DAO case that was filed in 2016 was unsuccessful. The basic system, however, has already been accepted and remains in use today. We expect an actualized metaverse experience with the assistance of blockchain technology, where choices are made and equipment is constructed for and by consumers. Conclusion. Given what we're able to understand, the blockchain plays a significant part in shaping the metaverse experience. NFTs would transform control of both physical and digital assets, while cryptocurrencies will support payment services. The destiny of banking, entertainment, robotics, and many other sectors may lie in contracts. Knowing that creating a fully immersed metaverse will take into account the power of the people is what we find to be the most worrying. Decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, will enable efficient administration inside the metaverse by providing users who would control virtual reality the power to make choices. There have been famous breaches in the cryptocurrency industry where unknown persons stole cryptocurrency worth thousands of dollars. However, much of what we know is still conjecture, like any scientific accomplishment. Nobody can foresee how or when an integrated metaverse would manifest. Decentralization and blockchain technology are combined in some way.